Hello everyone, welcome to my studio. I'm working on this little project here and it needs some sort of 16th shuffly shaker loop to up the energy and to help fill out the top end of the drums. So instead of going through samples to see if I could find something that will fit, I'm just going to program it myself, and I thought I would invite you in the studio so I can show you how I would do it. So let's get to it, shall we? I'm going to use 3x OSC for this, so let's pull that up. I'm going to put this in the mixer. I have track 28 picked out for this, and then for the first oscillator, I'm just going to turn this to noise, turn the other two off, and I'm going to turn this right down because it's going to be loud. Okay, got some noise there, and let's just plot down a simple 1-bar clip here, and we'll send this to the piano roll. Okay, we'll just paint a simple 16th pattern here, like so, and let's hear that. Perfect, all done, guys. Just kidding. All right, so let's adjust the envelope here. Let's head to the envelope, let's enable it, and I'm going to turn most of these down for right now, all the way, and I'm just going to push out the attack a little bit. So to give it more of a shaker type of feel, you want to increase the attack a little bit. So we'll just play this back, and I'll just adjust this to taste here. Somewhere about there, I think. And we'll adjust the decay here in a second, but I think that's good for now. And then what I'm going to do is just on every single, on all the notes where the beat's occurring, I'm just going to pull the velocities down here. So sometimes I like to do this rather than side chaining. Just another option, just to pull down the velocities. So that's what I'm going to do in this case. And I'm also going to give this a little swing. So I'm going to select all of the 16th notes, like so. Turn our snap to grid to none. And then holding shift and using your arrow keys, I'm just going to nudge this over a couple clicks. And then I'm just going to shorten these up a little bit. Okay. Right on. Okay, we're getting there. Let's add some effects here and also clean this up a little bit. So the first thing I want to do is take out all the unnecessary low end. So I'm going to add a high pass. Right around that 1500 mark sounds good to me. And then let's add a little subtle modulation to this, give it a little bit of movement. I'm going to use just the stock flanger. And there's a preset on here I like to use sometimes that's quite subtle, but just gives it the perfect amount of movement. And it's this disto chorus, the second one here. So let's apply that. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit though. Cool. And then I think this could do with a little bit more groove, and the way I'm going to apply that is with the tremolator here. So I'm going to try a 8th dotted setting, and let's hear how that sounds. There it is at it's extreme, which is way too much, but I think a little bit of this will sound nice. Maybe around 30%. Yeah, it just gives it that extra little bit of bounce. So I'm going to leave that on there. And then I want to spread this out a little bit. So I'm going to use a delay to do this. I'm going to grab the delay bank plugin, and on the first delay bank here, number 1, I'm just going to pan this to the right, turn this tempo based time off so we are able to use milliseconds here, and I'm simply just going to delay the right side by a few milliseconds. So let's have a play. That's too much, you can hear it sounds awkward. I think right there. Yeah. Yeah, super simple technique, just delaying the right side by, what was it, 11 milliseconds. Does the trick there, I think. Cool. And then just tuck this right down low. I mean, I think that fills the groove out nicely. And then what you can do to even give it a little, to even bring it to life even more is to maybe do some automation with the decay to open it up occasionally, or maybe you can set up an LFO here. So there you go. Yeah, a nice little shaker-esque noise shuffly loop that I think fills out the top end of the drums quite nicely. And it's so much more fun to program these things yourself rather than spend 20 minutes trying to find the perfect loop, to suit your project, which I do sometimes, but it's more rewarding and just good practice to do it yourselves. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and yeah, leave me a comment or question, and I'll catch everyone soon. Cheers.